Hey everyone,
Hello,
welcome to Retire to Rome. I'm LJ.
I'm Russell.
It is the end of February 2025, and we are wanting to go over our monthly budget with you all and see how we did. Um, have you looked this month?
I have, but it's kind of confusing to me. I'm not the tech guy, the app guy, so I got a couple of numbers there that don't look right. But anyway, I'm glad to see that we're at the end of the month.
Okay, so you think we've done pretty good this month?
I think so.
I do too. So let's get into the numbers. Okay, so I guess we'll start with kind of reviewing where we were at last month. And you can see there on the highlighted screen, in January we spent a total of $2,049. And drum roll, you can see right there in February, we spent a total of $1,680.93. So
Yeah, that's what I guess when I was looking at the app when you was asking me earlier if I'd looked at it, I had confused the 1680 and the 2319, and I knew the 4,000 was our set budget, so I didn't know. I was kind of confused on if we'd spent 2,300 or 1680. So you might explain to them, I guess,
yeah,
where we're at on that.
again, we're using the app Travel Spend, and we purchased a lifetime subscription to it, so it's not something we pay for monthly. We bought it back in November, and what this is showing at the very top of the screen where it says total is the big number in bold. The 1680.93 is what we spent for February, meaning we have a surplus of 2,300 and I can't read that $2,319
Yeah,
and 7 cents
yeah,
out of the $4,000 monthly budget. It might be better to leave these off.
no,
And then over there to the right of the screen, you can see where it says $60.03. Well, that's what we spent per day on average. That means that some days we spent more than that, and some days we spent less, but on average, we spent $60.03 for the month of February. The 82.82 underneath it, I think that's
mm-hmm.
82.82. Oh, the eyesight's not what it used to be. That's what we had left in surplus.
Right. So I guess if I'm looking at this right, the 142.86 would be what we would be allotted per day in our $4,000 a month budget that we could
Yes.
spend. Okay.
So 142.86 times 365,000, or I guess times
300.
however many days per month. Actually, it all equals out. But yeah, that would be our daily spend. Because I think, let me just figure it up real quickly while we're here, because I don't think that is our daily average for the 365. So if we had $48,000 a year divided by 365 days, yeah,
It's
on
131.
$131.50
Mm-hmm.
daily if you're looking at the year. But since February had fewer days in it,
Okay.
it was saying that we had $142 to
Okay.
spend for the month per day. So let's look at what we spent. We're going to click on the bottom there to statistics to kind of look at that. And let me scroll up here.
Imagine that. Groceries.
Yeah, groceries were the biggest spend.
Restaurants.
I'm using this new app here, so just bear with me. So groceries and restaurants, which have been the two big numbers consistently since we left. Probably even before we left, those were the two big numbers we were spending on.
Mm-hmm.
So for groceries, we spent $558 and change, and restaurants we spent $371. Of course, we had church. Entertainment, we did spend a little bit more on entertainment this month. Last month we had the sunset cruise
Right.
dinner thing, which was really nice, but we splurged on that. Well, this month our daughter-in-law had a birthday and she wanted to go to a pottery class, and so everyone that went, there was a fee to participate in that. And so we spent $150.
Mm-hmm.
And where are our items that we created?
I guess they're still down there at the shop.
So each of us have a $75 piece of clay down at the pottery shop.
It was
That
good though. It was fun.
it was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun. And I've always wanted to try it, but let me just say, it was not a successful attempt the first time.
Mm.
I tried making a coffee cup, and I don't know what it wound up looking like. At this point, I'm not even sure I want to pick mine up. So,
That's fine.
yeah. Anyways, we did a little bit of shopping. The shopping was probably, what did we shop for this month? We had some, I'm trying to think what we bought this month.
You can't click on it and it'll tell you.
Well, it'll just tell us you can click on the little app there and it'll tell you where you went. So Ross Dress for Less, which I think I explained last month here in Guam, which is where we're still at, is similar almost to what Walmart would be. It is basically Ross back home in the States.
And then you got like GNC. I bought some vitamin stuff, and then the VX here on base is just.
Yeah.
I think that was actually the flashlight and some stuff that we had purchased for hunting. So,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So, Ross Dress is like I said, kind of go to store for a lot of different things. So transportation, okay, this is a good one to mention here. We bought gas once. Nexen tires, we did some stuff for our son on his truck, but then they paid us back with something else. And instead of us listing it, we just left it as Nexen tires. It was $40.
Mm-hmm.
But the two things to look at here are the visa applications, and the visa applications were $25.92 per person, and that was for the both of us to get into Vietnam next week. You have to have a visa, so that was the fee for the 90-day visa purchase for Vietnam.
Right.
Okay, let's see what else we've got. General, I don't know what we had there. Okay, general, yesterday we went to Express Med Pharmacy here in Guam, and after about 5 days of trying to get this accomplished, we got his prescriptions and my one prescription refill finally sent over from our doctor back in Tennessee for it to be filled here in Guam. So that was $65. And that was for a 3-month supply,
right.
For everything except one medication for him, and it was only for a month, and that was the one that was $50. So that kind of hurts a little bit. That's $50 a month for that particular prescription. And then Russell went and got a haircut on base. I got my haircut today for free by my daughter-in-law, so that was nice. And then Jackson Pathology was just a doctor bill that came in for me for a visit that I went to back in probably November or December. They were just finally getting what I owed out of insurance on that. Let's see. Cell phone, again, we're paying for Google Fi each month. We're on our son and daughter-in-law's plan, so that's $85 for us. As far as we know, we're still good to go on that, continuing right along with it, and hopefully they never boot us off Google Fi. We'll see.
If they do, I'll just go to the eSIM.
Yeah. Of course, church is self-explanatory. Coffee, went to coffee a couple of times. Entertainment, general, groceries, restaurants.
Basically, we didn't do just a very whole lot this month. I mean, it's a short month too.
Yeah, groceries. I think Russell's done a couple of little shorts on the groceries. I know everyone is suffering with eggs right now, and we eat a lot of eggs. And I think they were $15.90 something at the commissary last week.
It was like $13.86 or something.
I think it was actually $15 when we went the last time. Okay. So they've gone up even since you did your video.
Or since the video.
Yeah, they've gone up a couple more dollars. So who knows how long that's going to last. You'll notice down there at Payless Grocery next to the bottom, 1 can of Grand's biscuits at this grocery store was $5.99. I'm not kidding. The grocery prices here are ridiculous, but luckily we're able to shop on base with the commissary, and they're more reasonable. They're still higher than they are in the States, but more reasonable for sure. So I guess just going back, to our final results here, I think we did pretty well. We did McDonald's a couple of times for coffee. IHOP. Oh gosh, let's talk about IHOP. We went to IHOP last Saturday, and let's see. I'll find it. There it is. $46.16 for breakfast at IHOP. And
It was nothing. I mean, we got coffee, water.
yeah.
Did you get an omelet?
No, I just got pancakes.
Yeah,
with no meat, no sausage.
Pancakes or nothing. I think I got like an omelet deal or whatever. And I'm like, the cheapest omelet was like $21.
Yeah, and he and I both got coffee and water.
And it was
well, after I ordered it, I looked at the menu and saw that it was like $9. Actually, if we'd only ordered one, it was $4.95. But I guess they showed mercy on us and charged us $9 and brought a pot out there.
So here's a good time right here in the video. I mean, what are y'all paying for eggs and dairy products or meals at a restaurant? Leave them in the comments and let us know, because it's pretty costly here. That's why you're not seeing us go out a whole lot. So.
Yeah, we've really tried to cut back this month on eating out. And so let me just recap the numbers before we go back to the screen. Again, we spent $1,680.93. So we really saved, in my opinion, $2,319. So we saved right at $2,000 last month and right at $2,000 in December. So for right now, for our 3-month running total, we're about $6,000 ahead of where we were going to be. And we knew that we were going to be saving money while we were here.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I know there are going to be months that that's not the case. But yeah, the daily average was $60.03. And like I said earlier, there were days that we didn't spend anything.
From what I've gathered, it's great to know that the last 2 months, or actually 3 months, we're running a surplus. So like you said, later on down the road, that surplus will come in handy, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think we mentioned in this video, certainly in our other video that we recorded earlier in the week, we are going to Vietnam on Tuesday. We're leaving here Tuesday around lunchtime.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that. We're going to Da Nang. And like you said, we don't really know if we'll be eating in or out, but from what we've watched,
it's supposedly pretty cheap over there compared to where we're at right now.
Pretty cheap. And all I know is there's some banh mi sandwiches over there for like $1. And I'm one that I can eat the same thing day after day if I like it. So
I think there's a $5 buffet over in the mall too,
yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully those things really exist when we get there. That's what people are telling us. So we'll see when we actually arrive. Yeah. But
so it'd be a good time right now to click the subscribe button and comment, and don't miss out on some of the videos from Vietnam that are coming up.
Yeah, and if you have been to Da Nang or been to Vietnam and have any suggestions for us, please leave those for us. We've had a couple of people that have told us about family members who were in Vietnam, in the Da Nang area during the Vietnam War. So we're hoping to see a lot of things in the month that we're there. We feel like probably a month is not going to be enough, but we'll see how it goes. But anyways, we'll kind of cut this short. We just wanted to let you all know how we did on our budget for February, and we'll be doing the same thing a month from now and let you know how we did in Da Nang for the month as well. So all I can say is the first night we're there, we're staying in a hotel for one night, and it's costing us how much?
$6.28.
$6.
Yeah.
And I've stayed in some pretty sketchy places. Let's remember New Orleans.
Yeah, I might actually just do that $6 hotel just on a short, so just stay tuned for that too.
Yeah, and the place we're staying the rest of the month is like
$300 for the whole month.
Yeah, like $10 to $12 a night, I think. So we'll see. We'll let you know. Thank you all for watching. You have a blessed day.
Bye.
Bye.